put your hands together.
We're Jenna and Ann. I just have to ask before we start, how gorgeous does Dana look? Bobby already knows I think he's breathtaking. I tell him that like every day. So when I heard that Bobby Careless was going to be proposing to Dana, the very first thing I did was pick up the phone and call Jenna, and I said, does she even know this guy? Of course, this is a long time coming, we all know. Jenna and I were away at college when Bobby and Dana met, and so it was only really on our breaks when we come home when we could kind of see firsthand what was actually developing. And the indicators were clear with the amount of control Dana and Bobby had over our phone, our single landline for the entire family. They were complete force to be reckoned with on the phone, and just the hours upon hours Dana clocked on AIM with Bobby saying 33. Dana had Bobby on the brain, and that was about it. So when I heard that Dana and Bobby were going to be attending their first formal dance together, I thought, I gotta go surprise Dana. I gotta go home, I gotta be there for it. I was away at school at the time, I went to school in DC, and I thought, I gotta be there for the pictures, and what greater thrill to give Dana than to give it to me. So I called my parents and I said, I'm coming home tonight. It's gonna be a surprise, and I borrowed someone's car, and I jumped on the I-95, and it was already afternoon when I decided all this, so I kind of had to rush, and I realized as I was nearing home that I'd actually never done this drive alone before, and I actually didn't know what I was doing, and I got a little flustered, and I took the first exit that looked good, which was just Philadelphia. And I thought, well, yeah, that must be the exit. Well, it wasn't. I needed the blue route, and I got really lost. And, I was getting upset. I thought, God, they're back at the house, and they're taking pictures, and I'm not there, and Dana needs me there. And I was all upset, and I knew my parents were at the house. They were delaying Dana and Bobby, thinking of reasons why they shouldn't go to this dance. More pictures and more pictures. I imagine it was kind of maddening for Dana and Bobby. But long story short, I made it home, and I peeled into the driveway literally as Dana and Bobby were coming out the door because they couldn't wait any longer. And I ran out of the car and ran across the lawn literally to intercept them, and I was like, ta-da! And Bobby was terrified. We'd actually never met before. And Dana was like, hey, Ann. Bobby and I have to get going, but it's really cool to see you here. I was like, that's when I knew this kid has lost her mind. Hello? And, we didn't really understand because we didn't really know Bob yet. But then we got to know Bob, and now we know Bob well, and it's really easy to understand. He's one of the greatest guys you're ever going to meet. He's so generous. He's so hardworking, so good-natured. He's absolutely hysterically funny. He's the quiet guy in the corner saying the funniest thing that was said all night. But really, most of all, he really, really loves our sister. And they're a great match. Dana's equally funny, perhaps not as quiet about it. But she has the biggest heart in the world, and second only to my mom, she's probably the kindest person I know. That's true. And it's just a gift to be among her nearest and dearest, as Bobby knows better than anyone. So, Dana, you're our little baby sister. Like it or not, you're a little baby Ramona. And for anyone not familiar with that nickname, it stems from a particularly adorable haircut about 20 years ago when Ramona Quimby was really big at the Ballyconnor Library. And because you're our baby sister, we're admittedly a little overprotected. But we couldn't be more thrilled that you and Bobby found each other. You make each other happy, you make each other feel
can't say good luck, because that would be ridiculous, we don't need it. And this is typically the part of the speech where we welcome Bobby to the family. But honestly, Bobby, you've been a part of our family for 13 years and one of our brothers, so since we can't say good luck and we can't say welcome, there are a couple other things that we'd like to say. And the first, I think, Dana, I'm pretty sure we've had this talk with you already, but Bobby, we felt like it was important for you to hear and important to hear in front of witnesses. That from this point on, if there's ever a disagreement or any confusion or anything, Dana is our baby sister. But Bobby, we're probably always going to choose your side. It's another time. We are so happy for both of you. Thank God you're finally married. And we love you both. So let's, without glasses in our hands, raise a toast to Dana and Bobby.